Positioning is probably even more important than aim, and it can also feel a bit complicated to understand. But don't worry, we are going to break down 3 super easy concepts to massively improve your positioning. Let's be honest, a lot of our ranked games probably go something like this. Let's rush B. Let's go next. For most players, positioning on the map is usually as simple as running to where the action is or sticking close to your teammates as possible. Reading the map and figuring out where to play can be difficult. However, I'm going to show you a little trick that pro teams use to make this part of the game easier. It's hard to know what you're doing wrong in the heat of the moment. You could even be making huge positioning mistakes while winning due to aim, luck, or many other factors. Honestly, nothing makes fixing mistakes easier than just reviewing your own games, and that's why I partnered with today's sponsor, Insights.gg. Insights Capture lets you efficiently review your recorded gameplay and even tags kills and deaths for you, so you can instantly find places where you might have had good or bad positioning. This massively reduces the time it takes to VOD review your own deaths to see what you need to improve on. Insights even recently implemented detailed round-by-round statistics to give you a deeper insight into the game. This example is a round between Gambit and Crew from Valorant Champions that starts out as a pretty normal attack towards A site. Gambit runs down halls and tries to walk onto the site with Viper's utility, while one player makes noise towards B. However, Crew shuts down the initial attack angles and Gambit needs to get a bit creative. Notice how Sova has frozen his position in A main with the spike, while the other 2 players start to make moves in the middle of the map. Sky finds a kill on KO and starts to collapse towards A. The problem for Gambit is that the operator is at A, making it way more dangerous to attack the site. As Reyna dies in Nest, Sky changes direction and charges across the map towards the B site and finds a kill there on Viper. This noise and the pressure that it puts on the B site pulls the Opper out of hiding in the back of A site, as Crew's JETT just assumes that Gambit is now going to go to the B site and that the spike probably rotated through the spawn. However, Sova picks this exact moment to peek out from hiding and picks off the JETT, then plants the spike while Sky rejoins him on A for an easy 2v1 round. I was blown away watching this play because it reminded me of a concept from sports like football or basketball. The idea of moving without the ball or creating a believable distraction forces the defenders away from the ball carrier, or the spike carrier in this case, to make scoring easier. In this case, Sky's choreographed run towards B site draws rotations and exposes the JETT, allowing Gambit to take and make the wide open shot. This second example of high tier positioning is from the victims of our first clip, and we see Crew attacking on Haven against Sentinels. The round begins with Crew spending a ton of resources, 3 players and a Sova recon dart to pressure Garage and imply that they are going to hit the C site. As they back off, however, Crew leaves Reyna tucked into the corner outside of Garage. This is the setup. Sentinels responds by holding 3 players on the C side of the map and using their Sova drone to check down middle. Crew then uses Killjoy to destroy the drone and hide Reyna's position while slowly creeping their way towards the A site. Then, at the exact same moment that they push onto the A site, Reyna makes the move into Garage and up into the window to catch anyone rotating to help the defense of the A site. Reyna is rewarded with a clean kill on Astra and then goes to fall back towards her teammates on A. Even though Sentinels catches Reyna and eventually comes back to win the round, Crew did demonstrate the perfect setup for a lurking play. They force the Sentinels to keep players on C site so that when they do go and hit A, Reyna is guaranteed to have an opportunity to find at least 1 kill. They will cover! Our last clip is a fitting one as it highlights the mental game of positioning. Gambit are in a must-win round, and so they commit to a very risky trap play that puts them all in on defending the A site. Gambit has consistently had their opping JETT hold A short alone from this angle, but this time they stack the choke point with a very unusual Judge purchase on a round where Astra can obviously afford to buy a rifle. The key to this trap play, however, is that they have to somehow force the attackers to walk into it. To do this, Gambit needs Crew to believe that they are way too strong on the B site to be attacked. and they accomplish this by aggressively challenging both entrances of the B site with utility immediately at the start of the round. We see an instant flash from Skye through the hookah, and Sova uses Recon Dart in B long along with destroying the Boombot and the Trailblazer to try and make the B long push much harder for Crew. Crew buys the false front from Gambit and rotates towards A where the trap awaits them. Without Boombot or Trailblazer, it is much harder to push into showers, and so Crew decides to run directly down A short and into the teeth of Gambit's defense. They also believe that they've broken the defense by pushing the op off this high angle, only to then lose 2 players to the judge and a third to the op when JETT re-peaks in the chaos. By the time Crew has been able to plant the spike, they are super low in HP, and it's an easy cleanup for Gambit to win with a player advantage. The biggest thing to remember is a simple rule of the universe. Every action has a reaction, and when you make a move, the other team will respond, so you can actually kind of manipulate where and how they play to your advantage.